A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome once again to Nerf Secrets Revealed Aftersought, where I basically bring about all the blasters that I have in my collection, test drive them, and utilize a special function with them known as the Invisibullet. Well, in this particular instance, what I got here is something even larger to showcase than the usual flare that I've brought about on the channel. This is the Mach 100, and as the name itself would imply, this certainly can fire a good 100 rounds out of its large hopper. As you can see, it basically clips up like so, and you simply insert 100 of these little rounds inside, close it back up. Has a nice sturdy click basically to indicate that it's sealed and ready for action. Then you have yourself the dual trigger system. Secondary, of course, is to activate the flywheels. First one's the fire, as it does utilize this nice sort of shredder system to it. It's basically a large set of gears moves downward upon pulling the first trigger in order to send the rounds deep into the chamber and then send them through the flywheels. So of course, we're going to turn the safety off and well, this sure is a good way to test drive this whole thing, but of course, we know that a good test can't ultimately be made with just one small amount of rounds. Well, I'd say with that, this was a pretty good way to test things out. And so, I'm certain that in any which case, this blaster could pretty much work out well on its own. Even has itself an optional iron sight that flips out like so. But as we know, one major thing about this is not exactly about batteries, because this can take a good chunk of voltage out, as well as a good amount of money, depending on what way you're planning to go. It's certainly not about capacity upgrades, nor about rate of fire, because I could easily have that adjusted with the types of batteries in usage. No. Basically, what I plan on doing is putting some Invisibullets in, so that's basically what we're here for, and more importantly, that's what we're gonna try. So, here we go. Well, you know what? I'd say we have ourselves a winner here. Regarding high rate of fire, regarding powerful usage, no doubt thanks to the amplitude of the batteries themselves, and knowing the fact this blaster is already pretty costly, yet effective on its own, I will ultimately say, in conjunction with other blasters out there, this might be quite a bit of money you need to dish out just to own one of these. But in any case though, the Mach 100 might do well, depending on what your wealth level is like. And with invisible integration being a success in this case, I'd say we have ourselves a winner amongst many fronts. Not just with capacity or rate of fire, easy to handle in spite of the weight that it adds up, especially with the batteries put into place. And of course, there's a few tack rails, a nice color scheme, especially given that specific vibe that the series brings about. And of course, the kind of ammo that it uses might be a little more than a crazy rival ripoff, but in a way, it still does a pretty good job to even outsmart the likes of rival in its own fashion. But in any case though, I give this blaster a good solid 8.0 out of 10 regarding its usage with the Invisibullet integration. A nice way to bring about this mod to this type of blaster. And sure enough, I will be around with some more products to bring around, so that way the Invisibullet integration test can always be put together. But as always, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side for more.